Looks like we are live, everyone. Hello, and thank you for joining Coffee Conversations Part 6, where we meet
Hooray.
on Sundays at 7 p.m. All right, Central Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. We are impactful and paid coaches. Today we have a treat for you, right? We have 8 impactful and paid coaches. We have 9 impactful giveaways to our viewers. So you all know Coach Larkeisha was not able to make the call tonight. She is a pastor as well of 2 churches, and she usually does not promote that, but she is, and she had a 3-hour event tonight as a pastor. So we just want to pray for her in her moment. We want her to let her light shine. She is a divorce and substance abuse coach. You all have heard from her in the past, but I did want to give a shout out to her and give her praises in her moment as a pastor and a coach. So we're going to take the time to let Coach Amber welcome us as coaches, and then we are going to get into coffee conversations, brewing breakthroughs.
All right. Yes, I'm excited. I know the rest of the coaches are as well because we just came from backstage. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for blessing us with your time and attention this evening. We truly appreciate you. So I'm Coach Amber Phoenix, as she said, and I'm being joined by 7 incredible, impactful coaches, and together we'll be dropping some gems, sharing practical tools and to equip you for success. Plus, we've got an exciting raffle where 9 engaged viewers will win a life-changing prize. Okay, life-changing prize. So stay with us, participate, ask questions, listen for your name at the end, okay? Because you don't want to miss it because you weren't there. All right, and let's get this party started.
All right, let's go. So currently, right, we had people on our live that asked about insurance, right? And that's big. So for our clients who want to know more information about insurance, currently coaches are not able to submit claims. However, we are growing towards that, and insurances are understanding wellness more, right? And so some of our clients have been successful in submitting session receipts to their insurance in ways of FSA and HSA. So those are operated like credit and debit cards, and it's something that your company offers to you. So if you are concerned about insurance and that's one of your questions, FSA and HSA is an option when you are booking sessions with a impactful and paid coach. Each coach on this call, we have 8 impactful paid coaches, will introduce themselves and cover their topic in 90 seconds or less. The first coach I see on my screen is Coach Gill.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for having me here. And I am a certified personal trainer, and I focus on helping Gen Xers regain strength, energy, look better in their clothes and in pictures, as well as never miss a moment in life that matters. Like many of us in our age group, right? We're talking 45 plus. We struggle sometimes with life getting in the way of taking care of our bodies. And I am no stranger to that. I myself had my own journey about 3 years ago where I found myself extremely overweight on blood pressure medication, as well as just coming off of knee surgeries and just tired all the time. Never wanted to take photos. Never wanted to really put myself out there. But it wasn't until I was able to, along with my wife, get a coach that was able to help us see all the things that we needed to do, which really helped transform our lives. And through trial and error, and through many programs and through many fad diets, I was able to lose over 50 pounds. Now I help people in my age group do the same thing. And so hopefully if you are chosen as one of the winners of tonight, you'll get an opportunity to sit down and have a chat with me. But otherwise, the name of my company is Gen X Fit Life, and you can find me on all social medias as well as my website. Thanks, guys.
And thank you for that, Coach Gill. And do any other coaches have feedback?
It's phenomenal. Congratulations on the 50-pound weight loss. We know that's not easy, especially as time goes by. It gets harder and harder. Yes. So that's wonderful. Congrats.
And you know what? I want to say thank you, Coach Gill. I am definitely an active fitness person. I have been that way since I was younger. I've always believed in fitness and taking care of yourself. And so I have gained weight. Let's be clear. I want to be transparent about that. I've always been slim thick. Now I'm kind of thick. And a lot of people are not interested. They are not used to that. And so I do get a lot of body shaming. People ask me questions like, am I pregnant? Is my stomach big? They ask me things like, have I gotten surgery? It's just really awkward. But for me, as someone who gained weight, it gains in my breasts, my buttocks, and to be transparent, in other areas, but I am not ashamed. So what would you say to a person like me, and how can I utilize a program like yours?
So I would say first and foremost that, haters are going to hate, right? There's always going to be people that are going to be out there. Social media, magazines, anytime you're looking at TV, society has this quote unquote version of what we should look like as individuals. But for me and my program, it's all about what is important to you. What does healthy and wellness look like to you? And that's what I focus on in. It's not so much what the scale says. It's about how you look and feel after you've gone in and you've put in the work to be able to transform yourself, whether that's through nutritional coaching, whether that's through habit coaching, or just even strength training. Once you put in the time, it's what looks better to you. And so for all the shamers out there, they're going to be hating no matter what. And so you might as well do it anyway.
I want to thank you for that, and I definitely received that. Are we all in agreement on that?
Yes.
All right. So the next coach I see on my screen is Coach Rondi.
Hello. Thank you for having me. My name is Coach Rondi. I am the creator and community leader for the Facebook group Not Just a Mom, purposely driven for she who wants more. So I help working moms overcome people-pleasing, set boundaries, and step into their superpower. And let me tell you, as a former people pleaser, I avoided conflict at all times. I thought it was easier not to have those tough conversations and not have to deal with conflict. But in reality, I only prevented myself from becoming my most authentic self, right? So the reality is conflicts are going to happen regardless. It's just how can we better maneuver our way through these conversations, and how can we equip ourselves to have it with dignity and respect? So when I work with my clients, I really work with them on the major reason why we avoid it is because of fear. We're fear of rejection. We're fear of what people think. We're fear of what people say. And the reality is it's because the stories that we make up in our mind, right? So when we make up these stories in our mind, oh, they're not going to like me when I say this, or oh, they're going to think this about me. Let's stop having these stories in our mind. So let's reframe the stories that we tell. And then also, what's the outcome of the conversation? Sometimes the conversations will lead you to better relationships with your spouse. Sometimes it's a deeper connection with your children. It might even be a promotion at work, right? So these conflicts, these hard conversations are so important to have. And that's what I really work with my clients, and just making sure that they can maneuver through it with dignity and respect. So, yes.
Love that.
Thank you so much. I definitely love the dignity and Respect. We have Coach Felicia. We actually have another coach watching. She said, "Hey, I'm here." And then there is another. Tamika said, "What a privilege to be here." Hi, Tamika. How are you? All right. We are glad to have you here and listening.
Mhm.
So, Coach Rondi, you know what? I heard you say sometimes we are the ones that get in our own head. And it's not even what's happening. So today I was working with clients, and a client wanted to take my live photo. So, like Coach Gill, you want to feel good any way you look, whatever the case may be. And I told her, I said, "Do you really want to get me today?" I was sick. I got sick overnight yesterday. The devil was busy, but I said, "You know what? I'm still going to get on this live." And so when she took this active picture of me, I'm like, "Oh, you want to get me like this? I don't feel good." But when she actually showed me the picture, I actually looked nicer than what my mind thought. And
Mm.
so I hear you and I reason with you when you say that. So, what would you say to your clients that are struggling with their mindset, right, on self image, self care, things like that? What would you say to them and how would your program help them?
So sometimes when you have these, it's like, what would you say to a friend? Sometimes
Mhm.
we're our worst critic. Sometimes we talk worse to ourselves than our girlfriends or whatever. So it's like, what would you say to your friend if you had this image or whatever the case may be? And most of the times, girl, you look good, or you can do this. Well, why don't we do this for ourselves? And so I think that's a different shift in like, how would you talk to a good friend of yours? And then
Okay.
let's talk to yourself that way.
I
Mhm.
got you. So, thank you for that advice. Any other feedback?
That's good. Former people pleaser. Put that behind me.
I like that. Okay.
Mhm.
And so the next coach I see on my screen is Coach Steph.
Hey everyone, how y'all doing?
Hey, Coach Steph.
Hey, well, I'm
You
Coach
look
Steph.
gorgeous tonight, by the way.
Thank you. It's Sunday. I had to pull myself together. I was sick too this weekend, so it's all good. We here now. So, like she said, I'm Coach Steph. I'm a transformation life coach in MFT, and owner of Unique Perspective Therapy Solutions. So, I want to like a minute of your time. So, imagine this: you climbed every ladder, checked every boxes, and achieved everything you once dreamed of. But deep down, you still feel like a fraud. You question if you're really as good as people think you are, or are you waiting to see if somebody's going to figure out if you're a pretender? Does that sound familiar? That's called imposter syndrome. It puts you in your head and it creates doubt inside of yourself. In your life, this can show up as perfectionism, being a superhero, fear of failure, or denial of one's own capabilities. Does that sound like imposter failure syndrome? Imposter syndrome thrives in the hearts of all high achieving men and women, just like you and me, because we can set the bar so high in our lives, but we feel like we are not doing enough. Well, today I wanted to give everybody a few tips on how to overcome this if you experience it. So, first, I want you to acknowledge it. Two, I want you to reframe your negative thoughts. And three, I want you to create some positive affirmations for yourself. So, working with a life coach like me, I can help you challenge imposter syndrome as well as disarm it. I can give you practical tips as well as evidence based coping skills. I can help you rewrite that negative mindset you have, as well as help you create confidence in your personal and professional life. But also mastering those emotions and mindset, because, like I said, imposter syndrome creates doubt and anxiety, and those are one of the main reasons people are unable to accomplish their goals. So let me know if you have any questions or you would like any more tips.
Thank you so much for that. And then, do we have any feedback?
I think that's so great because you could be anybody. I mean, you're gonna have some time in your life where you're like, am I good enough? I'm doing all the things, but I still don't feel like, and you start comparing yourself. So, yes.
Yes, it can show up in your professional life. And like I said, in your personal life, even being a mother or a parent, or if you handling multiple roles, any kind of doubt or fear can come up and it can make you question yourself.
All right, we have a Shanette Garcia on the call. Hey, Shanette, how are you? We have a Renee Reed. She said, good evening. Hi, Renee, how are you? And then we have a Coach Felicia. She says she's very aware and have experienced imposter syndrome. And then we have a Cheryl on the call. She just said, wow. Okay, and then we have Genesis on the call. He said that he feels that this call is very nice. And then we have a Jane Green who said imposter syndrome is very real. So I just want to take a moment to let you coaches know that I did share the live link with you all. And I have been individually sending out texts through my phone so that individuals can tune in just in case they have missed it. So I did share that with you all, and I want to slow it down just a little bit to let you all know that, okay, that I did share that link. And then the next coach that I see on my screen is Coach Marshall.
Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me fine?
Absolutely.
All right. Perfect. So I hope that everyone is doing well tonight. As they said, my name is Coach Marshall Muse III. My clients call me Coach Muse. I am a certified life coach based here in Louisiana, but I have clients all over, and I have the privilege and honor of doing the transformative work of working with people, really mainly in the workforce, in the workplace. So what most people know as HR, I like to call myself a people and culture coach. Where I come in into the workplace and really help with career coaching. I specialize in helping not only individuals, but organizations and agencies kind of reach that next level. As we know, the workplace has become one of the most toxic places that there is, if we're being real about it, and we spend a lot of our time there. And so it is my passion to help individuals who feel like they may be stuck in their current role, or organizations who feel like they're having a lot of employee retention issues. People who feel like, hey, like I want to actually show my employees something different. I want to provide them with a retreat of some sort. And so I have the pleasure of serving in that capacity. Don't want to go too far into it because that is that is a never-ending cycle. But I do have, like I said, the privilege of serving those in the HR capacity because typically you find that individuals are encouraged to like reach out to their HR personnel. But sometimes we find in the workforce that HR may not actually work in your favor. And so that's where I come in as Coach Muse to help you really reach that next level. Like I said, as an individual who may be looking to enter another career space. Like myself, I was a former educator, served in education for longer than I thought I would before becoming an educational leader and leading an actual school campus. And I made like the decision to step out on faith into entrepreneurship. And I know that I wish I had a Coach Muse in that transition period. And so my personal experience has really helped me to help others. So I look forward to not only networking with my colleagues on this call, but anyone who may be on this call and interested.
Thank you so much for that, Coach Marshall. And what I hear you saying is you handle HR, workplace and culture, people. And so, what have been your intake on the DEI topics and all the controversy surrounding that? And how have you assisted your clients who have been worried about that?
Okay, thank you for that question. So recently I was in Washington, D.C. with a client, and it was a team of 13. One thing that I always try to do is provide anonymous assessments, right, to individuals, because sometimes what the employer may think is a reality is the total opposite of what the employees are facing. And so one major like An easy tool is to do a pre-assessment that's completely anonymous and asking individuals about those, have them filling out the demographic questions and the like, and then ask what their personal experience is and how they relate that to race, and then vice versa. So you have the team, but you also have the leadership. And then from there, you're able to draw conclusions and then specialize and hone in on what those issues are to tackle that for the team.
Thank you so much for that. And I know that we are definitely in an uproar. And for me as a coach, I like to tell people like this. For me, when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's always been a feeler, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
To me, in my opinion, it's never been real. Because if we are actually trying to be equitable, if we're actually trying to diversify, then those efforts will be shown. But a lot of minorities don't feel it, right? And it feels like a filler. And so I know I saw recently Plies, right? He is an American like rapper and artist.
Mm-hmm.
And he posted something about Target, right? And Target wants to get rid of their DEI topics and change that. And so for me as a little girl, right, I went into Target. I was in a little country town growing up. And when I left Target, the buzzer went off. And so as a little girl, for me, it's like, what happened? I haven't stolen anything like that. When they came, like the security that's like in the back and things like that, and they looked at my shoe. They checked me all up and down. And there was a sensor stuck to the bottom of my shoe. Do you know how that terrified me? And so they had sensors on the floor. And I've always had a thing about Target. But do I shop at Target? Yes. But to hear that, it's like, okay, Target has been through a lot of transitions when it comes to DEI. And they're not the only company. And so for me, it's like, oh, can we make it real? Can we make it real where there's actually efforts? And so thank you for sharing that. And I want to tell your clients and any of our prospective clients that are concerned about that to be encouraged.
Yeah.
Do we have any other feedback? All right, moving right along. The next coach on my screen that I see is Coach Alex.
Whew, great evening, y'all. Tonight is Conference Championship Sunday, and you have chosen to be here with us. So I salute you, I thank you, honor you, and acknowledge you for that, because at the end of the day, this is about your life, this is about your business, your practice, and what I speak from the stage, what I preach all day is about winning. And I'm going to share you 3 ways to win that have inspired me, that have helped me, that I've been able to put into practice. 1, we're going to look at the W. What's your worth? What's the value? Who are you? What's the story that other people have put on you? And then what's the story that you choose to believe and you create for yourself? You see, I work with BIPOC leaders across the world, executive men, Black executive men looking to break through this glass ceiling. And sometimes they find it to be a glass cliff because hell is breaking loose. But at the end of the day, we have to get tapped into who you are at your core, your worth. Next tip is looking at your I, your intentions. And what I mean by that is your commitment level. You being on this call tonight lets me know that you're serious about making changes in your life, making a transformation, not just saying 2025, new year, new me. No, you're going to do this year. You're going to do you. You're going to do the things that nobody else is going to do to get the things nobody else is going to get. So that's the question in your mind to think about. It's like, why am I doing this? What's the big picture? Who's going to be affected by me making the biggest difference I can? And last but not least, of the end of the win is the N, the network. Who's in your circle? Who are the people that are challenging you? Who are the people that are nurturing you? You see on my headline below, BIPOC Coach Collective. I've been blessed to work with hundreds of coaches around the world and mobilize them into a movement and to give them a platform that allows them to amplify their voices, that allows them to speak up and stand out. A panel like this, I wasn't able to find something like this 4 years ago. But what happens when you can't find something? You have to build it. You have to create it. You have to make it yourself. So I encourage you What's your worth? What's your intention? What are you after? What are you really focused on? And then who's available to you? Who is in your network that can help you get it? My name is Alex Dumas. I work with clients one-on-one. I speak for organizations and associations. And I'm thrilled to be with you tonight. So let's win.
Let's win. Thank you so much, Alex. We definitely appreciate that. I actually have a private event coming up. When you are not invited to the table, create the table. And so that negates any limitations that you have about people not accepting you, right? When you're not invited, create it. And so that's a big thing for me. And I want to thank you for sharing that as far as who's in your community. What do you value about yourself and who can help you win, right? As coaches, we want to make sure we're counting our wins and our clients' wins. So thank you for that. Any other feedback?
I think the network is so important because sometimes when you're leveling up in your life, the people that have been around you are so used to you being in, this lower level or whatever level you were at. And so when you're leveling up, you need to build that network of people who are going to be keeping lifting you up and who's going to say, yes, you can do this. Because, sometimes even in your core family, it's not there. So building that network, I think, is huge.
Yeah, let's look at it this way, right? You look at someone like Usain Bolt. When he was active and he was going for the gold, who was he training with? Was he training with guys like me who are just kind of regular Joes? Or is he training with other champions? Is he training with people who are like, man, this person's training 4 years to shave off 0.1 of a millisecond? It's all about who you're around.
Thank you. And then we do have Coach Brian. He's actually going to be on the February 9th, 2025 live. He said excellent questions and good topics. So we are so thankful that he's actually tuning in and he's not on this live, but he will definitely be on the next one. And then we have a Cheryl Curtis who says, all of y'all are looking great. Thank you, Cheryl. All right. And so let's move right along. The next mentor I see on my screen is mentor Josh Bond. He is a mentor with Big Brothers, Big Sisters who have been in our communities for a long time. So we are definitely going to hear from him. Go ahead and take yourself off mute, Josh, and introduce yourself.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us, everyone, tonight. My name is Josh Bond. I'm honored to be here and share a little bit about myself and the work I do as a mentor and a coach. So for over 20 years, I've been dedicated to helping people unlock their potential, whether it be mentoring youth in the community or guiding adults in their careers. I focused on areas that truly are helpful, like developing self-discipline, creating actionable goals, building financial discipline, planning careers, and just cultivating a winning mindset in general. I guess the area I want to speak about today is setting realistic, actionable goals. Sometimes we aim too high without a clear plan, or not high enough out of just fear of failing. So the key is finding a balance and creating goals that challenge you, but are achievable with consistency. So for instance, some people may tell me their goal is generational wealth. And for real, a lot of people don't even know what that really is or what it takes to truly build that. So me, I'm not a dream killer. I'm not going to just, tell you to get out of here with that nonsense. You don't even work. But, I'll tell you, let's start with something that let's start on the ground floor. OK, so first thing first, let's build financial stability. We'll start there and then we'll move on to financial freedom. And then we can start looking at, generational wealth. So that's just one of the things I do. So, so just thank you for listening to me. So happy.
Thank you so much for that, mentor Josh. And wealth is definitely something that we all would like to acquire. And we have Tamika in the comments. She said, when you're not invited, create it. And yes, that is definitely what we want to do. I want to follow up with mentor Josh on wealth. When we are thinking about wealth, if we take a house, right? And what happens with a house? A house has a foundation, right, in the dirt. So we build that house from the ground up. right? And so what that looks like for wealth is what's going on in our house, right? What's our income? What are we saving? And what is going out, right? What type of investments do we have? Do we have life insurance where we have those different saving buckets, right? And things are going on. Most of our wealth comes from the 80-20 rule. So 80% of your income should go towards savings, investments, and your household, personal things. And then 20% should actually go towards savings. And so when we think about wealth and we think about our homes, what do you have? Do you have life insurance? Do you have a plan for your children to go to college? What type of investments are you making into yourself? Do you have Roth IRAs? What is happening in your financial house to build wealth? And when you think about wealth, you will hear all of those terms thrown out. So we just want to thank Josh for that. And when we are building generational wealth, it's not just looking like it, it's actually doing the work, right? Whether it's mental, whether it's financial, whether it's physical, right? And so we want to thank you for that, Josh. Do we have any other feedback? All right. So the next coach on my screen is the phenomenal coach Amber. She is going to be talking about clarity and victory.
Yes. So thank you, everybody. And I want to start off by asking a question. I need everybody to be real with yourself. Answer this. Is a victory really a victory if you don't claim it? Like if somebody wins the lottery and they don't take that ticket down there, they didn't really win, right? They're still losing. And if you get bingo and you stay silent and you don't say bingo, you still lost. You're not victorious. And like tonight, we're doing a free raffle. And if you hear your name and you're not present, you still lost. You're not victorious. And that is what I need people to see clearly. The fact that victory is yours, but if you're not claiming it and you're not showing up to receive it, then it's like you're still losing. And that's why there are so many people in cycle year after year after year, same thing going on, just looks different. It's because God has already secured the victory for us, but you're not aware of it. You're not aware, you're not alert, you're not ready to fight for it, and you're not armored up for it. The Bible says to put on the full armor of God. And so because we don't know, we don't experience it. So I teach a C3, C by the power of 3 method where you align with the Creator, Christ, and the Comforter. Okay. And that way you can stop walking around like a defeated person. Walk around in your victory so that you can see clearly and align with what God has for your life. So after hearing that, I ask you again, is a victory really a victory if you don't claim it? And if you have not claimed yours yet, why not? That's all I got to say. Contact me, Very Clear Solutions, and it's Amber Phoenix Has Risen on all social media platforms. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much for that, Coach Amber. I definitely am aligned with it's a victory if you don't claim it. We have to start claiming our victories and our wins. We have to be confident and bold in that. And we cannot think about what others have to say about it. Yes. And so do we have any other feedback about that?
Today I heard a message that said it's already done. So stop doubting yourself and believe that it's done. Just receive it.
But I want to add to that because I feel like people take that and just run with the battle's already won, the victory is already mine, but there's still work that has to go with that faith. And that work is truly putting on that armor and saying, I'm fighting for my life, I'm competing for my peace. No devil in hell is going to mess with me.
I like it. All right. Any other feedback? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce my topic. I am going to talk about license and certifications. And I too back up Coach Amber with, have you ever felt stuck knowing you have a skill, knowing you have drive, knowing you have potential, and you're just one step away from your breakthrough and the leadership skills that you need? That step could be getting a license, getting a certification. And let me tell you why. In the world that we live in, your skills are what makes you unique. It's the foundation for you. Just like I explained about that foundational house for growing wealth, right? License and certification is a door opener. It's validation that it's not just others, but it's yourself that's operating at your highest standard. So what I do is I help student leaders, professionals, executive leaders, and entrepreneurs tap into their inner strengths, right? Their skill set, and make them outer capabilities, right? So sometimes we can have these inner strengths, but we don't know how to make them outer capabilities. And you are capable as a student leader, as a professional, as an executive, and as an entrepreneur, especially when you have the right credentials. I'm big on credibility and credentials. I'm big on meeting expectations and exceeding them, right? I'm big on showing up and doing what you said that you will do, right? So here's the thing. Certifications just don't add credibility. They attract opportunity. Rather, that opportunity is partnerships, collaborations, potential clients, whatever that is, it establishes that, right? It signals to everyone around you that you are committed to growth, professionalism, and you have experience in your field. You're ready to lead on the next level. And for us, we are coaches. We are mentors. We connect with individuals, right? So whether you want to launch a new career, whether you want to be competitive in your industry, and whether you just want to be capable of delivering excellence, right? And I like to say minority excellence or overall excellence. Make sure you book a clarity call with us and get in contact with us, because we are mind shift type of people. So my question to you is, what is your next move? What sets you apart or makes you different from anyone around you, right? And a part of that is the license and the certifications and the trainings that you pursue for yourself. Okay, let's level up in 2025. Let's crush our goals, and let's continue to make each other proud. Do I have any feedback about that?
I think that's so great because, we put in the hours, we put in the time, the financial commitments to become better coaches for the people that we serve. And so that's super important that you're leveling up in every aspect for us as coaching.
Thank you so much for that, Coach Rondi. And we're going to introduce Coach Amber. She's going to introduce our warm referral system and how that actually works. And then we'll get into the giveaway.
Yes. So our warm referral system is really service. It's still service, like exactly what we do. So we're fostering this warm referral system as a great way for coaching professionals to support one another, like this here. But more importantly, it ensures that each potential client receives a subject matter expert that matches their specific needs, right? We're not just going to take on a client that we know we can't best serve you. So we are on a mission that's larger than numbers, okay? The mission is to make sincere connections and to refer clients to professionals that would make the most impactful change in the current season that they're in. So everyone, you are encouraged to share these opportunities, share these coaches, this information with people that you know, and coaches also share so that people know that there's a network of us out here, people just like them, people that may look like them, people who genuinely have their best interests at heart. That's our warm referrals.
And thank you so much. And then we're going to actually go ahead and get into our giveaways. So if you have your jars and your name of people that enter into your giveaway, let's go ahead and take the time to do that giveaway right now. So go ahead, shake, 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 shake. All right.
I have it, but you're going to pick, remember? You're going to pick.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that offline. We're just going to pull our names and we're going to say them and we're going to make sure they're on the call. So the first name that I picked is actually Coach Felicia. Go ahead and drop in the comments Coach Tiara's transformation so that you can claim your prize. Coach Felicia, go ahead and drop Coach Tiara's transformation so that you can claim your prize. All right. Go ahead. The next coach can pull their name.
I just did it, but I'll put that person's up there. That's right. Wrong. I hope
Felicia is still on the call, so she did drop the comment.
Okay. Oh, awesome. All right. So I have Davion Teague.
All right. Do we have a Davion on the call? Please drop Coach Amber's transformation to claim your prize.
Let's see.
And just so you all know, right now we have Urena on the call. We have Brian on the call. We have Asia. We have Cheryl on the call. Tamika. We have Passion on the call. Jane. Genesis. Shanette. Garcia. Just so you know. Okay. And so it looks like he haven't dropped the comment. So can you go to the next name?
Mm-hmm. Let me see this out. Okay. Next name, Tanisha White.
Tanisha? Do we have Tanisha on the call? Please drop Coach Amber's transformation.
I hope these people know. They have to type in the chat.
I hope so too. I know the last time it took a few seconds for them.
Yeah, a little lag.
Who else has a name? Coach Gill, do you have a name?
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one too.
Okay, Coach Gill, go ahead and pull your name.
Okay. That name is going to be Jane Green.
Jane Green. If we have Jane Green on the call, can you please drop Coach Gill transformation? Davion actually dropped Coach Amber, so he is here. Did you call Davion?
Oh, yep, I did. That was the first name. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Davion is actually on the call, so he is definitely here. Good job. Hello, Davion. Let's pull him up. Coach Amber Phoenix. He is here. Jane, do we have you on the call, love, still? Can you type in Coach Gill's transformation? All right. Who else had a... Oh, there is Jane.
There. Yep.
So we actually have Jane on the call, and she did type in Coach Gill's transformation. And then was that Coach Alex that says he has some names?
That was me.
Josh, that was you, Josh?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and call your
All right,
name.
let me press this randomizer real quick.
Okay.
Okay, Asia Green.
Asia Green. We have Asia Green on the call. Can you drop Mentor Josh's transformation? And I think we do have Asia on the call. Let's see if she dropped that comment. We have a Tanisha on the call for Coach Amber. Hello, Tanisha. How are you? Alex Dumas dropped some information for you all. It's a free gift to everyone. It's an audio chapter about his best-selling book, Journey of Riches, The Power of Self-Discovery. Oh, Asia dropped Josh transformation. So we definitely have Asia on the call. And then let's do another pool, Coach Amber.
You muted.
Sorry, y'all didn't get to hear the noise. Okay, Malcolm Johnson.
Malcolm, do we have a Malcolm on the call?
That's an amazing name. That's my son's name.
Really? Oh. Malcolm.
Absolutely. Come on, Malcolm. Come on through. We know you're there. Let's see. Okay, we're waiting for congratulations to Tanisha White. Congratulations to Jane. Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
And Cheryl also said congratulations to Davion. Thank you. All right, so we're going to wait for Malcolm, and then I'm going to pull my next name. All right, do we have Liam on the call? Liam Washington, if you can drop Coach Tierra's transformation, and we will definitely give you your giveaway. Let's see if Liam is still on the call. Liam, drop Coach Tierra's transformation if you're there.
Oh, I thought I saw one.
I think Coach Gill has another.
Coach Gill, you have another name?
It's for Rondi.
Okay, so
Garcia.
go ahead and shout out that name.
Shanette Garcia.
Malcolm is here. Hey,
Already.
Malcolm. Already. Okay.
So Houston.
All right. And then Shanette Garcia, are you on the call? We have a Coach Monique. She is on the call and she is proud of the work that we are doing. Shanette Garcia, are you on the call, love? Yes, Shanette is here. Can you drop Coach Gill's transformation? And we said that's going to go to Coach Rondi, right? Got it. We just need you to drop Coach Gill's transformation, Shanette Garcia. If you drop that in the comments, we're going to pull it up. You're welcome, Felicia. We are happy to gift you, okay? And then does all the, yep. All right. So once Shanette is definitely on the call. She dropped it. Coach Gill's transformation. Yay.
Yay.
And then I'm going to pull another name from my bucket. And then do we have Cheryl still on the call? Cheryl, are you there? Yay! Cheryl, go ahead and drop Coach Tiara's transformation so that you can receive your gift. Go ahead and drop that. And then looks like
I like to give Cheryl as well. It's just something about someone engaging the way that she is. She's really been supportive on this live. So
I got
like
you.
to give her as well.
So Cheryl, you will actually get 2 gifts. Coach Tiara's transformation. Thank you for your energy. And so I'm just going to read it out live just to make sure all of the coaches, Davion said he's a preacher, got their person. So it looks like Coach Rondi will have Shanette. Check. Sorry about that. Coach Alex will have Asia. Right? Coach Marshall will have Felicia. Right? Coach Gill will have Cheryl, him and Amber. Right? Coach Steph will have Malcolm. I will have Davion. And then who are we missing? Josh? I think it's Josh is the only one, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then Davion, welcome. Josh will have Jane. So look for Jane in the comments. And I think that covers everyone. Jane S. Green. I will send an inbox to all of the coaches to let you know who your giveaways are. We will just need your contact information so that we can send you those. Any questions, anyone? All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was fun. It was informative. It was professional. If you enjoyed tonight's coffee conversation with 8 impactful and paid coaches, the next live conversation is scheduled for February 9th, 2025 on a Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be on the lookout for the announcement. It is a green flyer that's being uploaded. And it looks like Coach Gill from Gen X want to say something.
That's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's fine. We are not fearful of the Super Bowl. Everyone does not watch the Super Bowl.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, we don't have any limitations. And so for me, I only watch the halftime so that you all are aware, and it does not control my mindset. So we are going to keep it going unless the coaches say otherwise. However, we're going to keep it going, and we're going to go through the Super Bowl, and we're going to be impactful, transformative, and we're going to reach some people. You all have a wonderful night. We are going to go backstage. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Have a great night. Stay blessed.